Welcome everyone to the Med Spa Accelerator Podcast, brought to you by Everbo Marketing, the go-to resource so you can get the latest hacks and best practices so that you can market and grow a profitable medical aesthetics practice. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 47 of the Med Spa Accelerator Podcast. Super excited to be here with you guys today.
Yes, me too.
And we actually have, I want to say, I guess a short episode, but...
Yeah. It's a going back to basics.
Yeah, going back to basics type of episode. So what we're going to be talking about today is 36 marketing concepts you need to know. Right. And so based off a lot of, based off some of the episodes we've had in the past, I know that we can get a lot into marketing jargon, and we want to educate you a little bit more on some of these concepts so that whenever you're actually having a conversation with, maybe somebody in sales or a marketing agency or somebody who's trying to actually sell you on some different services like this, you can actually kind of meet them where they're at and have a good conversation with them.
Right, have a better understanding on how that service is going to work for your business, and you can kind of reply back, you kind of know what they're talking about, so there's no surprises there.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive in. And the first, section we're going to talk about is different forms of marketing. So what's the first one?
So the first one is content marketing.
So this is like your bread and butter. So
yes, right now this is the age of content marketing. I think it's kind of becoming more new and more saturated as we go about, but it is.
And you've probably heard it before, but it's like, what is it?
Yes.
What are they talking about? This content marketing.
Yeah. So the concept is pretty much you create content and put it out there. It's
very complicated, right?
Very complicated. It is a type of inbound marketing. So it's something that you yourself are creating and you are putting out there to the world. So content could be something specifically that goes into your industry, your knowledge.
Sorry, our dog scared us there. So actually something that you mentioned was pretty good, inbound and outbound marketing, which is not here on our list. But if you're not familiar with those, outbound marketing is marketing or sales that is done where you actually reach out to people, right? It's outbound, you reach out to them. Inbound marketing is somebody actually reaching out to you. So content marketing is a really great example of inbound marketing, right? Because you put content out there and you let it live online on your website, on your social media, on your YouTube channel, different places like that.
This podcast is a great example.
Yeah, this podcast is a great example of content marketing. We're putting content out there so that you can consume and and we're building brand awareness as a result of that, right? And so really great way for you to grab content. And I tell our clients all the time, like, there really is a great opportunity right now for you to create content in your marketplace because of the fact that it's a new industry. There's technology coming in new technology coming in every single year, and there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace. So the way that you can actually establish yourself as a market leader is by putting content out there and educating your market. So if you're not doing it already, start doing it today. And obviously you can do it through audio, you can do it through video, you can write something, right? Blog posts, even just your stuff on social media, so don't take it lightly. It's actually a very great strategy to implement. Yeah. And you have the opportunity right now to capitalize on it because there's so little people doing it at the moment. So
especially in this industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So next one is social media marketing. So it really goes without saying. I think for the most part, everybody knows what that one is.
I think just the main difference about actually considering a social media marketing is that you have a strategy behind it. Yeah. So there is a reason why you're posting what you're posting at the time you're posting. So it includes a lot of those little things that you need to do a little bit more research on. But overall, it's pretty basic. You just have your social media platforms and you put out content in there.
For sure. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, we have a few episodes talking about social media marketing, so definitely check those out. There's also email marketing, right? So again, very straightforward. Obviously, you might have a service like MailChimp, Constant Contact, Active Campaign, Patient Gem, like different things like that, where obviously you create emails, and you're sending those out on a weekly, maybe monthly basis, just letting your staff know, or I mean, I'm sorry, your audience know about certain events, certain promotions, different things like that. A really great tool to get more people back into your business to buy some more. So that one. What about the next one?
Influencer marketing.
Yeah, this is a really great strategy. If you haven't been implementing it right now, a really great opportunity for you to start doing that already. What is it?
This is the age of influencer marketing. So as you know, or if you don't know, there's a lot of people that have been creating their careers as being influencers. Yeah. So they have a big platform, a huge audience for the most part, and they just recommend products and services, and people have taken a like to them. They feel like they can trust them with anything that they recommend. So if you have anybody in your audience that kind of has that influence in your market, this is a great way to reach out to them and make a strategy behind it.
Yeah, like leverage their audience for your benefit, right? You can reach out to them, they can recommend your product, and that's going to get their audience to come to you because of their recommendation. It's basically as like referrals, right? But you're leveraging this influencer whose audience is very similar to your audience. So very important thing there.
And actually, in the last episode we did, we kind of talked a little bit of what you can do during your holiday marketing season using an influencer. Yeah,
so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. Conversational marketing. So conversational marketing is becoming a lot more popular nowadays because it's basically tools that allow you to have this conversation with people. And a great example of that is like Facebook Messenger and like messenger bots. So that's become a very popular way for you to have like these conversations with people, but it's not really you, you know, like,
he's or like air quoting here.
Yeah. And it's like, basically it's like this bot that is interacting with people, and then you can get it to a point where like it ends and then you have to step in and have that conversation with them. But that's what people refer to as conversational marketing. If you have not heard of that one before. Anything to add to that?
No, just in case, like, I don't know if you've seen, like, on, especially Facebook, I think is one of the biggest ones. So if you're ever, like, at somebody's page and they suddenly, like, the pop-up comes out and they say, like, hey, how can I help you?
Oh, yeah,
that
for sure.
Is
like the online
how the
chat.
Conversational marketing starts.
Awesome. Text and SMS marketing, obviously, we're big components of that. We really like that. We have great strategies for it. And really all it means is that you grab your database or you implement text message somehow to generate more business. So, you know, it could just be texting your database, as simple as that, with promotions, different things like that. And that usually does really, really well. Last one for this section is marketing automation. Yes. And we love marketing automation.
Love
it. We talk about it all the time. Yeah. Seriously. And marketing automation is awesome because it gives you a lot of leverage in your business. So basically the way it works is that there are certain things that should be happening in your business whenever something else happens. And I'll give you a really good example. Let's say somebody makes a purchase, you know, they come in, they buy a treatment, right? Well, then 30 minutes, an hour later, you want to send them a text with a message asking them if they're willing to leave you a review, and then you send them the link for your Google review, your Facebook review link, along those lines. Now, normally you would have to do that manually, right? You have to text them or email it to them. Marketing automation, basically, when one thing happens, do this, right? So whenever we mark somebody as purchasing, then the system automatically sends them out that email or that text message. That is marketing automation. So think about all the things that basically can be automated in your business, and then you can create automations for all of those things. And so we have a bunch.
Yes, things that you do over and over and over again.
You don't need to do it. You know, you can have a machine do it for you, right? Which is awesome.
Yes, it'll save you so much time, energy, and at the end of the day, it's a great strategy.
Yes. All right. So that's what we got for you in regards to the different forms of marketing. Let's skip over and just go over some general marketing terms.
Yes.
What is the first one?
It's a marketing funnel.
Ooh. So marketing funnels is a really good one. There's obviously a lot of different types of funnels. Like there's a sales funnel, there's a marketing funnel. In this different type of scenario, the way that we see it is that in regards to what we say is like your patient acquisition journey, right? So in this case, we always tell people, look, you have a funnel and consists of 4 stages for the most part: your prospects, your appointments, your consultations, and your closes, right? And within those 4 different stages, you're trying to implement marketing campaigns to drive people down that funnel, right? Or obviously you want them to come in and make a purchase. Mm-hmm. So when somebody talks about a marketing funnel, it's just a series of campaigns so that you can drive people from those 4 different stages in your business. Really straightforward, okay? Yeah.
Retargeting.
Oh yeah, retargeting is the next one.
Yeah, and this can be implemented within the marketing funnel. So retargeting is like once you kind of have somebody within that funnel, if I'm gonna go to e-commerce because it's like a very simple way to explain it. But like if you go to a page and you leave something in your cart, you're later gonna get those ads following you around telling you like, hey, did you forget something in your cart?
Yeah.
That is a great way of a retargeting example.
So that can be done through emails, through text messages, through ads. That is all a form of retargeting. When somebody doesn't take an action you want them to take and they've already been exposed to your brand, you try to retarget them so they can continue down that funnel like we just talked about, right?
Say in our specific niche, if somebody actually is interested in one of your services, but they don't end up making an appointment, that's when we go ahead and retarget them.
That is one form of retargeting,
Yeah. So maybe giving them more information, maybe some content marketing in there that might kind of push them a little bit to go into the next step of the funnel.
Yes, awesome. All right, next one is A/B split testing.
Yes.
What is that? Okay, so normally has a lot to do with digital marketing and advertising. The easiest scenario to describe is, for example, a landing page or a website. For example, when you build a website or a landing page, it's built for a specific purpose, right? In this case, to generate leads, phone calls, emails, right? Opt-ins, whatever you created it for. Mm-hmm. And obviously, you know that certain elements help improve those conversion rates versus other elements. And so a lot of times what's done is that we create 2 types of variations, split test A and split test B, right? 2 different variations. And what we do is that we split traffic 50-50 across those 2 variations to see which one converts better, right? So we want to see which one is actually going to give us the result that we want, right? So that is called A/B split testing.
You can A/B everywhere too.
Yeah,
email, subject lines, blog posts, and graphics.
Social media posts. Yeah. So you can apply this to pretty much anything.
Every type of marketing.
Yeah. All right, next one is buyer's personas.
I really like this one.
Go for it.
And it's something that maybe not everybody knows. Maybe you call it a little bit different, but this is your ideal customer. Mm-hmm. And we kind of, in marketing terms, you have to picture one person in particular, like your ideal person, whether that be a woman in between 25 to 35 years old, a mom, an entrepreneur, somebody that works, who works from home. Like you just kind of narrow it down as much as possible. And that is the person that you are talking to when you are creating your entire marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You can have different buyers personas specific for each service that you have. Yep. But for the most part, for your brand, you can also have a different type of buyer's persona.
Yep. Yeah, that's a really great way to describe it. Target audience. Okay, so this really just goes back down to buyer's persona. I mean, once you know who your buyer persona is, then you know who your target audience is, right? They kind of go hand in hand with each other. So, a lot of times in advertising campaigns, once you know your persona is, you can go into, let's say, Facebook ads, for example, and target that specific person, and that is your target audience. Yeah. Pretty simple and straightforward.
In your buyer's persona, you know their interests, their location, where they work,
their age, their work, their dislikes, their
gender,
their fears, their wants, their desires. You can
connect with this person as well.
CRM. All right, what's a CRM? Client Relationship Management Software, okay? Patient Gem is an example of a CRM. Basically, it's a tool that helps you track what is going on with your clients, okay, or with your customers, right?
Every step of that relationship.
Yeah, every step of that relationship, the communication between them, what they bought, what they didn't buy, what they were interested in, It's just going to help you keep track of all of those, of all your database, and give you a clear picture of where they're at within your marketing funnel or your sales funnel, right? So very good example of that. Yeah. Case study.
A case study. Ooh, I'm gonna let you go tackle that one, because I think you have better examples.
So a case study, I mean, and this word, case study is just another word for testimonial or like results, right? Which is basically like, something, you were working with somebody, they had a problem, you implemented a solution, and they got the result that they were looking for, right? So that was a case study. When you tell somebody else about what happened with that case study, right? Then that's what it is. So it could also be like a form of a testimonial or results or before and afters that you got. And actually, that's a really great way for you to create content marketing. You creating a case study around a specific person who for years was struggling with this, pain or, issue that she had with their skin, as an example. And you gave them a specific type of treatment or regimen to follow. And now they have the best skin they've ever had, as a good example of that. So that is a good form of case study.
Yeah. I think more than just a testimonial, the case study kind of adds on to like the surroundings and the extra information to kind of really convey
like
the
what
entire
you did
picture.
And how you did it, why you decided to do it that way, so it gives them like a better scope of everything that went down, basically. Right.
Exactly.
Market research. Yeah, pretty straightforward,
yes.
guys.
It's just the research you do.
The research you do to identify who your buyer persona is. Do you have a market in your local area that is going to be willing to buy whatever it is you're going to be selling, so on and so forth, right?
How to reach them, what is the best way, and this is going to help your entire marketing. And
what is your competitors doing? Different things like that too.
Yeah.
Next
call
one.
To action.
Ooh, call to action, also known as CTA. Okay, so when you hear the word, the acronym CTA, it stands for call to action, and basically, it is just. It can be there's multiple forms of a CTA. It can be verbal, right? When you're talking to somebody on the phone, you ask them, "Hey, okay, great. Would you like to come in for a consultation?" That is a call to action, right? It can be on your website that says book an appointment. That is a call to action. Can be on your
call us.
Call us, right? It can be on your
Swipe
social
up.
media posts, swipe up. Everything that you do should always have, in all your marketing, should always have a call to end with a call to action. Awesome.
Yes.
Customer journey. Okay,
we have a whole episode about this.
We do have a whole episode on this.
So we're gonna keep it short.
Yes. But basically all it is, it's you mapping out the process that it takes for somebody to become a customer or a new patient in your business, right? And honestly, you can create journeys for everything. It can be a journey of what happens after they become a patient, right? What is the 1, 2, and 3 step process that should happen so that we make sure we can satisfy this customer and give them the best experience possible. And you streamline it, you automate it, so that every time you hire a new person, they know what they need to do every single step, and you can easily scale your business. Okay?
Yeah, it keeps your brand consistent, it keeps your marketing consistent, your sales consistent. So it is a great way for you to map out, and we do have a downloadable for that.
Oh yeah,
so go check that out.
Yeah. Last one is smarketing. What is smarketing?
Smarketing. This is a new one. And I kind of saw it in a few parts here and there, but it is pretty much a made-up word between sales and marketing. So it is the concept of that your sales and your marketing are very linked together. So your marketing is gonna go along with your sales and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
So there is no one without the other.
Yes, like in order to have a successful business, you need to have strong marketing and have strong sales, right? You can't have a successful business with one or the other. So super important.
If you have strong marketing, then you might have a lot of leads, but not enough closes. And if you have strong sales, but no people that are coming in, then you do the math.
All right. So the next ones we've already basically covered in another video. So we're going to quickly go through these, and we're going to ask you to reference the other episodes. Sorry.
Yes.
So you can learn more about it.
Yes, it's the 9 numbers that you need to know to grow your business. Yep. And all of the episodes that we're talking about, we're going to be linking them below.
Yeah. So make sure to check those out. Call to action. There it is, right? So marketing and sales metrics and indicators. So first one is KPIs, which stands for key performance indicators. You have to know what are the key performance indicators in your marketing campaigns.
What moves the needle?
Yeah, like how are you going to know that it was successful? And then once you say, well, we need to have 100 patients, that is your key performance indicator, right? Conversion rates, this could be applied across multiple things, but conversion rate is like, well, we had 10 consults and 5 became customers. Then we have a 50% conversion rate, okay? Customer acquisition costs, which is basically how much is it costing you to generate a new patient in your business. Customer lifetime value, or LTV, which stands for, if you got a new customer and on average, how long do they stay with you and how much do they spend with you? So on average, you can say that every time you get a new customer, across the next 12 months, they're going to spend with you an average of $1,000 because that is your customer lifetime value. Okay.
If you have a membership program, this is a great way to add on to that.
Cost per lead, very easy. How much is it costing you to generate a new lead in your business? Okay. CTR, which is also click-through rate, right? What is if you have an ad and that ad got seen 100 times, but it only got clicked on 10 times, then your click-through rate was 10%, okay? So super important. Next one is ROI, which stands for return on investment. If you invested $2,000 in advertising and you made $20,000 on top of that, then you have a 10 times return on investment, or you could even say a 10 times return on ad spend, more specifically because you put in $2,000 in ad spend and you got $20,000 back.
This is a great way for you to kind of have that formula in hand. So whenever you're working with somebody marketing, like, is that relationship working for you? Is that their work working for you?
Yeah. Next is churn rates, which is basically, let's say if you have a membership and people leave the membership, like what is your churn rate? Like out of 100 people, 10 people every year leave our membership. So you have a 10% churn rate.
People that drop from that program.
Yeah. And then your margin. So basically, you have your like, let's say your gross revenue and then your expenses, right? And then like, what is your margin for being profitable? Like that, what is that number? You need it to be at 1 out of 5. My expenses need to be 1. My profit needs to be 5 or my revenue needs to be 5 so that I can have my margins where I need them to be in order to have a successful business. Okay. Now, moving on, we're going to go into lead generation. It's getting a little long, so we're trying to finish this one pretty fast up for you guys. So lead generation, easy. So lead, right? Somebody that gave you their name, email, and phone number, right? Somebody who was actually interested in whatever service you're promoting. Lead generation is basically just the process that we go through marketing or advertising wise so that we can generate a lead for you. Lead nurturing, which is basically every time we generate a new lead, nurturing that lead. Yeah. Like what are the marketing campaigns that we implement to nurture this lead so that we can continue to bring them down the funnel, right?
This could be within the content marketing, email marketing, your text marketing.
Messaging, all that stuff. Landing page. So a landing page is basically a lot of times a single page.
Website.
A single website that has all the information that you need in order to convert somebody as a lead or into a lead. And it's very conversion focused. The only purpose of that landing page is to convert somebody into your business.
You don't want to link all the places. It's just like the information that they need to make sure that they are sure to get that appointment, that sale, whatever is your intention.
The next 3 is top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. And basically this just refers to your marketing funnel, right? And then a lot of the times what you can do is that you can implement different types of marketing, what we talked about in the very beginning, in every single stage of this, the stages of the funnel, so that you can continue to bring people down from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel. So top of the funnel can be something like content marketing. Bottom of the funnel can be something like text message marketing because it's more personal and you already acquired that person's phone number.
You just need to know which one to use within each type of the funnel.
Yes. And the last one is flywheel. What is flywheel?
Flywheel represents how you keep your customers from coming back. So pretty much after their whole customer journey, they are your customer. How are you gonna bring them back. And you do have to have a campaign and a marketing strategy for that, so that way your business can keep running.
Yes, awesome.
And you don't have to be trying to get more leads every single month.
Yes. All right, guys. So there you have it. 36 marketing concepts you need to know. So hopefully you've kind of got familiar with some of those. Go ahead and watch the episode again.
Yes, we do have a blog post with all of these
yes.
and a little bit more detailed. So make sure to check that out as well.
Awesome. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Have an awesome week. Bye-bye.
Bye.